we were talking just a moment ago about how to pronounce your last name, but how about your first name? Because I've heard you called Victoria, Vicky at one point, Vic, Tori. What do you prefer?
I usually go by Victoria, but recently this year everyone's been calling me everything. So
what do you prefer?
Vic is fine because I know it's long and it's easier to say on the basketball court. So
yeah, I mean, when you're communicating and all of that kind of stuff, I guess that would be a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Has that been the hardest part of becoming a college basketball player, the communication and the knowledge of systems and all of that?
Yeah, it's definitely hard, especially from you play 4 years with a high school team and then you get going and then you go to college and you're with a definitely different group of girls. So we're really good at communicating, though.
You played at Staley High School, right, in the
Yes.
Northland, so you're familiar with Jewell a little bit, but why did you decide to become a Cardinal?
My sister and I'm a twin, so we both decided we would probably want to stick together, and she really loved the school, and I didn't want to tour it at all. And so eventually my mom made me, and I really loved the school.
Well, did your mom, like, when she made you, did she say she was taking you to Dairy Queen and happened to end up on campus, or what?
She said, I really think you need to go, and I know you're looking at other schools, but I think you'll really like Jewell.
And so where did your twin end up?
She's at Jewell with me.
She's at Jewell with
Yes.
you, okay. Is that too much like home at times, or is it comforting to have her there?
Well, we did room together the first couple of months, and then we were like, I think it's time to part a little bit, so we decided to switch roommates, and we're really happy.
Victoria Defarraris is our guest here at Defarraris.
Yep.
Italian?
Yes.
Is it? Okay,
Yes.
but you know, with blonde hair, blue eyes, you don't look like a typical Italian.
Yeah, I know. I'm the only blonde in my family.
It goes back a ways, or?
My dad was blonde, and now his hair's black, so.
Okay, all right. So, school at Jewell, tough?
Yeah.
After a semester?
I'm in the nursing program, so I definitely know it's going to get a lot harder hearing from the other girls, but I really like it so far.
Yeah, tell me about, what are you hearing about your future in nursing? Because I hear a lot of stories about, man, you've got the clinicals and you've got the classes, and what are you thinking?
I heard it's really hard, but I also heard that, like, the teachers work really well with you, trying to get you in, and, like, if you miss class, they really work with you and making up work, and it's really nice.
Well, let me throw this in for your consideration, and I always say this, when they say it's tough to become a nurse, I say I'm glad, because if I'm sick, I want the best out there to take care of me. So, any idea what area you'll end up in?
I'm definitely thinking ER right now. So.
You are?
Yeah.
Kind of like the high tense action part of it?
Like to be on my toes.
Yeah. Victoria Defarraris is our guest, and if you end up in the ER, where did that idea come from? Where did you find that?
We toured school or hospitals before, and I just really think I'd like to be in all the action and stuff. So.
Okay. Want to talk some basketball for a second?
Yeah.
When I do this sometimes, especially for freshmen I don't know very well, and you fall into that category, but I asked Coach Slominski, what's a good line, what should we talk about? And she said, well, the first thing you need to know, she works harder than anybody on the floor. She is the hard worker that we've got on this team. How do you feel when you hear something like that?
I definitely feel happy about it, because I do try and work my hardest throughout everything. I run as hard as I can. I try and get through drills as hard as I can. So definitely try and work hard.
And yet, as a freshman in this conference, there aren't many freshmen that come in and play a lot, be impactful players. Is it tough to sit on the bench?
I mean, I know I have to pay my, you go through and it's going to be your time, and you just got to wait for your time and cheer on your teammates and just be there for them.
How about the travel? I think this is our longest trip of the year, maybe the longest we have inside the conference. How do you like this travel situation?
I mean, it's okay. The bus is kind of a little bit crammed, but I mean,
do you get claustrophobic a little bit?
A little bit, but I sleep on the floor. Like, I sleep in between the cushion, like the seat. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're small, I guess you can do that. You're not small, but when you're, but we see, and it's funny because I tell people all the time, if you want to go back and use the restroom, you've got to run the gauntlet of people sleeping on the floor and all of that. Victoria, when you graduate, going to be a nurse, where do you want to live? In the Kansas City area? Are you thinking about going other places?
I was thinking about maybe going down south, but I'm not for sure yet.
Especially on days like today when it's like 6 degrees. I don't blame you a bit. How about finally you tell us a little bit about your family? At this point, all we know is your dad has black has black hair after having blonde hair. Tell us about your mom and dad.
My mom, she's the nicest. Like, she's so nice. She's always been there for me. My dad's always been there for me. They support every decision I make. They're just amazing people.
And how about, other than a twin sister, do you have any other siblings?
I have an older brother and a little brother.
So you have some, I would imagine, some exciting driveway games on holidays and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Are they athletes?
My older brother did play football in college for a year, and then my little brother plays basketball.
All right. Pleasure to get to know you. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit. Wish you the best of luck. We always can use hard workers, and I imagine that those skills will continue to develop as you develop as a player here. It'll be fun to watch.
Thank you so much.
Victoria, thank you, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.